Financial management plays an important role in the success of any business, regardless of its size. It involves the management of funds and resources, and the effective use of them for the achievement of the company's financial goals. In this video, we will discuss 9 strategies for effective financial management. Introduction: What is financial management? Financial management is the process of managing the company's financial resources in order to achieve its goals and objectives. It involves planning, budgeting, controlling, decision-making, and investing. It is essential to understand the role of financial management in order to ensure the long-term success of the business. Financial management is an important part of any business and can be divided into 2 main categories: internal and external. Internal financial management involves the management of the company's internal finances, while external financial management involves the management of external finances, such as investments and loans. In addition to managing the company's finances, financial management also involves monitoring and controlling the company's financial performance. This includes evaluating the company's financial performance, such as sales, profits, expenses, and cash flow. Establishing financial goals and objectives. The first step in effective financial management is to establish financial goals and objectives. This involves setting short-term and long-term goals for the company's financial performance. These goals should be achievable, measurable, and realistic. These goals should be based on the company's mission and vision. They should also be aligned with the company's strategic objectives. Once the goals have been set, it is important to create a plan to reach these goals. Developing a budget. The next step in effective financial management is to develop a budget. A budget is a detailed plan that outlines the company's expected income and expenses for a given period of time. It should include projected revenues, expenses, and cash flows. Developing a budget is important because it helps the company keep track of its finances and ensure that the company is able to meet its financial obligations. It also helps the company identify areas where savings can be made and areas where additional funds may be needed. Managing cash flow. Cash flow is the movement of money into and out of a business. It is an important part of financial management because it affects the company's ability to pay its bills and make investments. In order to effectively manage cash flow, it is important to track the company's income and expenses. This will help the company identify areas where money can be saved and areas where additional funds may be needed. In addition to tracking income and expenses, it is also important to monitor the company's cash position. This will help the company identify any potential cash flow problems and take corrective action. Tracking expenses. Tracking expenses is an important part of financial management. It involves recording, monitoring, and analyzing all of the company's expenses. This includes both fixed and variable expenses. Tracking expenses is important because it helps the company identify areas where savings can be made. It also helps the company identify areas where additional funds may be needed. Tracking expenses also helps the company keep track of any discrepancies between the company's actual expenses and the budgeted expenses. This will help the company identify any potential problems and take corrective action. Reducing debt. Reducing debt is an important part of financial management. It involves paying off existing debts or restructuring them in order to reduce the amount of interest paid. Reducing debt is important because it helps the company reduce its financial obligations and free up funds for other investments. It also helps the company lower its interest payments, which can help increase profits. In order to reduce debt, it is important to negotiate with creditors and come up with a repayment plan. It is also important to maintain a good credit rating by making timely payments. Increasing savings. Increasing savings is an important part of financial management. It involves setting aside a certain amount of money every month for savings. This money can then be used for investments, emergencies, or other purposes. Increasing savings is important because it helps the company prepare for unexpected expenses and invest for the future. Savings can also help the company achieve its financial goals and objectives more quickly. In order to increase savings, it is important to create a budget and stick to it. It is also important to track the company's savings and investments in order to ensure that the company is on track to reach its financial goals. Investing wisely. Investing wisely is an important part of financial management. It involves investing the company's money in order to generate returns. This can include stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, and other investments. Investing wisely is important because it helps the company generate additional income and increase its profits. It also helps the company diversify its investments, which can help reduce risk. In order to invest wisely, it is important to research potential investments and understand the risks involved. It is also important to create a diversified portfolio and monitor the performance of the investments regularly. Utilizing technology. Utilizing technology is an important part of financial management. Technology can help the company streamline its processes, improve efficiency, and make better decisions. Technology can be used to automate financial processes, such as invoicing, payment processing, and budgeting. It can also be used to track the company's financial performance, such as sales, profits, and expenses. In order to utilize technology effectively, it is important to identify the company's needs and select the right technology for the job. It is also important to keep the technology updated and ensure that it is secure. Public financial management. Public financial management is the management of public funds, such as taxes and government subsidies. It involves planning, budgeting, and controlling the use of public funds. Public financial management is important because it helps the government ensure that public funds are used efficiently and effectively. It also helps the government monitor the performance of public funds and identify areas where they can be allocated more effectively. In order to effectively manage public funds, it is important to have a clear plan of action and understand the objectives of the government. It is also important to establish clear guidelines and procedures for the use of public funds. Conclusion: financial management plays an important role in the success of any business. It involves managing the company's finances, set of financial goals and objectives, developing a budget, managing cash flow, tracking expenses, reducing debt, increasing savings, investing wisely, utilizing technology, and managing public funds. By following these strategies, businesses can ensure that they are effectively managing their finances and achieving their financial goals.